Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week's episode of Reconnecting the Dots, brought to you by Abdurrahman. Once again, I want to empower and help you to become the best version of yourself through this podcast, and I hope it benefits you. So, take a listen to this week's episode and let me know what you think. Becoming the best version of yourself means getting back to your quintessential self. As straightforward as that sounds, it's anything but authentic self-discovery. We take self-courage and tenacity. To approach your quintessential self, you must turn away from distracting false beliefs that distort your self-perception. Welcome to another week's episode of Reconnecting the Dot podcast with your host, Abdurrahman. This is episode 16 of season 2 of Self-Improvement. Today, we're discussing and sharing some tips on becoming the best version of yourself. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you to Almighty Allah for keeping you on high till date, because it's indeed a blessing. And I also do really want to appreciate all of you for the critical feedbacks and comments. Really, really encouraging. Thank you. So let's delve into the topic of the day. What does it really mean to become the best version of yourself? I call it self-discovery of your inner greatness. Imagine you're feeling anxious about self-development. I want you to remember that every person is completely unique. Someone else's life path cannot be your benchmark of success, since they have different dreams, passion, and skills and competency. There is also no roadmap or ideal outcome in life, because everyone's path is theirs and theirs alone. Number 1 tip: let go of limiting beliefs. What does that mean? Do you know who you are? But do you know who you could be? Most of us are held back by limiting beliefs by undermining ourselves. Untrue thoughts we have about our intrinsic nature. By learning to recognize and let go of whatever limiting beliefs are keeping you from becoming the best version of yourself, then you're able to push forward and find the person you really are. That's it. Number 2, find the trait you love most. What is that trait you really love? What kind of trait really attracts you? Like most of good parts of self-improvement, right? These ones starts off with questions and reflection. So I always do one thing. I always stand in front of the mirror. Look at the mirror, and I call it metacognition and pattern reflection. If we don't know where we are, we wouldn't know where to go next to become the best version we really want to be. Think about those you love and admire most. What you do love about them, what traits stand out to you, which trait does each person have in common with one another. Make a list of those traits. This will prove useful later. Number 3, amplify your strengths. What does that mean? Focus on your strengths, and you will get even stronger in those areas, becoming more fully of yourself along the way. Right? Focusing on your strengths is also essential when you eat a roadblock, or you eat a snack and all that, which you inevitably will. Definitely. I mean, no road is really smooth. You definitely will come across a barrier, some type of challenges. And I always, say to my friends, and sometimes when I reflect on my own, I always want to challenge my worldview. When you amplify your strength, you remember what you're bringing to the table. When you remind yourself of all of those things, then you will be able to crush the obstacles in your path. Number 4, embody the great traits. How do you do that? While we can't control what happens to us or the environment around us, we do have control over our response, right? Every day your actions vote on the trajectory of your future. Why not work on embodying the traits you admire? Work on those things you really admire, that really attracts you, that really, really, you find admirating to you. When faced with a decision on what to do or how to react, ask yourself, what will be the best version of myself do? Right? Ask yourself, what will the best version of myself do? Chances are you already know the answer. All you have to do is act on it. Number 5, throw out expectations. Have expectations and throw them out. Our beliefs create our world, but unfortunately, sometimes our beliefs are not our own. Like most of us, you have built at least part of your identity on other expectations. The process of internalizing others' values was unconscious, and bringing it to consciousness is the essence of learning how to be the best version of yourself. Your vision for who you want to be must be yours and no one else alone. You don't want anybody else to write your story. You must be the one to write your story. Number 6, love yourself. Love yourself, very important. One of the most important parts of becoming the best version of yourself is to love yourself. Habits and traits can be deeply rooted in personality. Yeah, it can be rooted in our personality. And it can be challenging to change the way we think, act, or behave. Give yourself time. Give yourself time and be proud of the changes you do make. You have to give yourself time. Yes. If you tend to be hard on yourself, spend a few minutes every day to write down 3 things you did that you're proud of. It could be as simple as being kind to a stranger or being patient with someone that throws a tantrum. Recognize these traits to help them grow stronger and to help us become better. Becoming the best version of yourself is never an ending journey. It is not. Humans make mistakes and are illogical, but we can always work on becoming better. Absolutely. If we always try our best, what else can we ask for? You have to continue to try your best and always strive to become the best version of you. Number 7, develop a growth mindset. Yes, you must develop a growth mindset. Very important. No one is made of only strengths at all. No one is made of only strength. But check this out. We all have a pain point that require attention if you want to be the best version of yourself. Successful people tackle this by having a growth mindset. Because you even becoming successful, there was actually something you put together to become successful, right? So if successful people also tackle this by having a growth mindset, what about you? See, they believe that there are no weaknesses. There are only opportunities for improvement. Rather than focusing on what they do badly, they focus on how they can improve and take action to get there. This is how to become the best version of you. And on the final note, I'm going to leave you with this. It takes only a patient person to win the race. We must reset the mind to conquer our challenges to become the best version of ourselves. And thank you all for listening. Do have a pleasant week ahead. Bye-bye. You have just listened to the Reconnecting the Dots podcast with your host, Abdurrahman. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Google Play. And thank you for listening, and see you all next week. Bye-bye.